Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing another Top 5 Tuesday video, and this one is going to be on the Top 5 Chicklet series. I seriously am struggling so much with my Top 5 videos because it's so hard to only come up with 5, and I had a huge list the other night, and then I asked on social media your opinions and what are your favorite series, and then all these other new series were coming in that I'd forgotten about, and it was really hard to narrow down to only 5. I really tried to do some that I personally love, some that were voted on a lot on social media, some classics, some ones that maybe you haven't heard of, some chicklet mystery genres are thrown in there as well because I love mystery so much. But these are the 5 that I came up with. If you notice my nails, I am filming this about 40 minutes before I have to leave my house and head off to vacation for the 4th of July. We're going to a lake for the long weekend to celebrate some bachelorette parties for my very good friend Ashley. And so I just got done painting my nails. Now I'm filming this video, then I have to finish packing and head out the door. So without further ado, the first series that I want to talk about, oh, and please ignore my hair too because I'm in kind of the process of starting to style it, and then I paused so I could film this video so that by the time my husband gets home, I can be finishing getting ready so we can go with our trip. I'm a hot mess today, but we're not going to be back until late on Sunday, and this video obviously needs to go up on Tuesday because it's a Top 5 Tuesday video, so we got to get on it. Anyways, whoa, let's go. First one I want to talk about is the Girlfriends series, and this is by the author Savannah Page. And I mentioned Savannah Page, I think I mentioned one of her books in my milestone tag video, I think it was, and I made a comment if I ever do the Top 5 Chicklet series, this is one that I have to talk about because I love this series so much. It starts off with When Girlfriends Break Hearts is the first book, and then there is 7 books total. It follows a group of girlfriends, and each book is from a different girlfriend's point of view. And so you get more details into her life specifically, but you always learn about each new friend in the book. And I love reading books about friends. I love writing books about friends. I love my friends. I mean, it's such a classic chicklet series. I feel like every single book I loved. I am just getting ready to read the last one in the series, which is When Girlfriends Find Love. That is the last book, the 7th book, and I'm going to be starting that one very soon. Savannah did also just put out a standalone novel as well, and I will link that in the description box below, as well as all of the Girlfriends books. If you love chicklet, you love reading about friends, and you love to follow a really good series, when you get done with book 1, you're like, yes, I want to read a book 2, and then you get done with book 2 and you're like, but is book 3 out yet? All 7 books are out, so you can read them. I know she has, I think it's 1 through 3 are in a collection on Amazon, so you can purchase books 1 through 3 all together if you want to do it that way. So really good series, highly recommend. So that is my first chicklet series that I think you should check out. Then the next one, when I said something on social media, I swear, this was 90% of what people were saying that they wanted to be featured, and that is Confessions of a Shopaholic by Sophie Kinsella. And of course this one has to be featured because this is the cult classic of chicklet. I feel like I have read every single one of the Shopaholics books. I've seen the Shopaholic movie. The Shopaholic series, I feel like I don't even have to say that much because if you're a chicklet fan, I'm sure you have probably read them. Sophie Kinsella is such a wonderful author. Not only have I read all of her Shopaholic series, I've read all of her standalone books as well. I always get excited to see she has a new book coming out, and she does on a fairly regular basis, which is amazing, of course. For the Shopaholic series, the first one is Confessions of a Shopaholic, and then we go through, we have Shopaholic and Sister, Shopaholic and Baby. There's a short story, is the honeymoon one is the short story, and Hollywood, we just follow Becky's life, and she has an hysterical character. I remember starting Confessions of a Shopaholic, and on the first few pages as she's getting those banknotes and things like that you're just yes, this is going to be a really good time. She feels like she could be your friend. And again, if you for some reason haven't read any of these Shopaholic books, like, please just go do it because I bet you'll really like them. So just go do it. I feel like my hair is like getting weirder as this video goes on. The next one that I want to talk about is the, get it together, Samantha, is the I Heart series, and this is from Lindsey Kelk. And this was one I thought of right away when I knew that I was going to do a chick lit series. And I thought of this one, and then actually a few people did respond on social media mentioning this series, so I was like, oh, perfect, because I really did want to talk about it. I have not read all of the books in the series. I read New York, Hollywood, and Paris, I think, and there is 5 books. So there's New York, Hollywood, Paris, Vegas, London. How does that sound? That sound pretty good? That might not be, that could be in the right order, because I know those are the 3 that I've read, and then there's 2 more, so these might be flip-flopped. But so there is 5 books in the series. I have read the first 3 of them. I really like Lindsey's writing style. Again, you know, all these books that I'm talking about are chick lit, but I love that we get to follow Angela to different cities, to different countries. You know, there's always something new happening in each book, but then you also, it's like you get to travel along with her. And Lindsey's writing style really brings you into those stories. And you know, I read a lot of books, of course, and there's several books that, you know, I'm just reading them. I'm reading the words and I'm reading with the characters, and that's all great. But books that you actually can get put into the books with the characters, I think those are so amazing. And especially for me, who I love traveling so much, and it's absolutely something that I love to do. When I get to read books about different places, especially places like Paris and London, places that I have not been to before, those are just, they always turn out being some of my favorite books. So I had an absolutely wonderful time reading these books. If you haven't read any in the I Heart series, I really think that you should. And if you've read the last 2, please do comment below and let me know if you loved them, because I do have them on my wish list to read in the future. Okay, and then the 4th series that I want to talk about is the French Twist series, and this is from Glynis Astie. And please forgive me, girlfriend, because I have no idea if I'm saying your name right. I'm saying Glynis, and then I'm saying Glynis, and I'm saying like both in my head. I'm like, I feel like neither of those sound right. But we've met before, so this is like the worst part, that I'm like, I just hate pronouncing names on camera because I always feel like I'm doing it wrong. But it is, that's what you do. But I need to show you this cover again because I hope you guys can see it. I hope the glare isn't like too hysterically bad, because it always is in these videos because I film in front of a huge window. But look how freaking cute that cover is. And then it only gets better because book 2 is called French Toast. Whoa, look at that pink cover. Look at it. Do you guys like it? Then French Fry is book 3. The absolute cutest covers to buy solely based on the cover. Like, these would be it because I love the covers so much. I have read Twist in the series, and then I have yet to read French Toast and French Fry, but I know that I really want to, not only because I consider the author a friend and I feel so lucky to have met her. We met at a book signing in New York. What was that, like 2 years ago? I think maybe it was, and it was such a blast, such a good time to meet so many different authors and readers and other bloggers. It did tell me a little bit about the book, and it is on the Amazon page too. I was going to read this part to you guys. After 13 years in the human resources industry, Glynis was inspired to create a work of fiction rather than continue to the employees' fabricated complaints each day. In her debut novel, French Twist, she chronicles the accelerated courtship and marriage to her husband, Sebastian, with just a little judicious editing. And I love that because her husband was in New York at the book signing, and I met him too, and we talked about the book and how she got inspired to write it and what stories that she wanted to put in there and all that good stuff. And I have a package. Hold on. And I'm back. The mail lady came and dropped off a package, and I'm really glad because I was really worried I was going to miss it today since we were going to be gone for the entire weekend, and I knew it was going to get delivered, so I'm glad it's here while I'm still home. Thumbs up. What am I talking about? I just get so excited over mail. The French Twist series, and I really hope that you can check them out as well. The 5th and final series, Like, I am throwing it way back. And the books that I'm going to talk about is the Molly Forrester novels from Sheryl J. Anderson. The first one is Killer Heels. And when I say I'm throwing it real back, so I wanted to include a mystery series in this video because I love chick lit mystery so much that I was like, I need to pick at least one series that is mystery. Which one should I do? I had so many featured on Chick Lit Plus. I did not know how to pick, and I was going through all of the pages. Like, I have different categories on Chick Lit Plus. If I want to look at British chick lit or mystery or historical or things like that, I have them broken down into categories. So I went to the mystery category and was going through the pages, and I was writing down. I was like, oh yes, love that one. Wendy Lynn Watson, yes. Terry L. Austin, yes. Susan Boyer, oh, love her too. Diane Valerie. I was like, how am I going to pick just one? And then I got to the very first page of my mystery book reviews, and I'm talking from 2009. I wrote these reviews for the Molly Forrester novels back in 2009. Killer Heels, Killer Cocktails, Killer Riff, and Killer Deal. There's 4, and I believe I have that all right, probably not in the right order, but Killer Heels is the first one. But I got all of these books from my local library once I started Chick Lit Plus. These were some of the very first books that I reviewed on CLP back when we started in 2009. Getting them from my library, absolutely loved them. I wanted to include this series because I felt like it was what started my love of chick lit and mystery, and I was able to combine like 2 of my favorite genres. And mystery, like really scary mystery, suspense, horror, thriller, that stuff is too scary for me. I watched the new Rihanna music video today for Better Have My Money, and I'm terrified. I'm probably gonna have nightmares, and that was super creepy, and I didn't like that at all. Even though I like to read a good mystery, I don't want to be super scared and not be able to sleep at night. So when you combine it with something like chick lit, it's just like the happiest of all marriages, and I absolutely love it. And can I just like, oh my, okay, we're just gonna have to do this. I'm sorry, I know. I don't know what's better or what's worse, but the ponytail was driving me crazy. This was the very first series that really, really got me interested into chick lit and mystery, and even though the books are, you know, really old by now, I still can remember reading them and I remember how much fun I was having with them. So I just really wanted to include those in this video. So again, it is the Molly Forrester novels from Sheryl J. Anderson, and book 1 is Killer Heels. Okay, so I think I did it. I don't know how quick this video is going to be. Hopefully it's not too bad. I'm going to try to get these at least uploaded and work on the editing before I leave on my trip so I can have these ready for you to go on Tuesday morning. I hope it's not late. Those are 5 chick lit series that I just think are so much fun that chick lit fans would love to read. I hope maybe you found some new books. I hope maybe you saw some oldies that you're like, yes, I love those books. And if you have any favorite series that I didn't mention or I did mention, please comment below and let me know what they are. Maybe I can learn about a few new ones, because I certainly was on social media when I asked the question of, you know, which books you wanted me to feature in this video. I was finding some new ones to read myself. I feel like I'm talking a million miles a minute because I got to go because vacation is starting. I hope everyone has had a wonderful 4th of July weekend by the time you are watching this video. I hope you stayed safe and you had fun, and I gotta go. Bye guys.